Howdy folks, my name is Commissar Ace and welcome back to another episode of Helldivers Weapons Class. Today we're going to be talking about the SG-8 Punisher. Now, I hear what you may be asking with you veteran divers. But Commissar Ace, isn't this one of the worst shotguns in the game? Yes, but I'm going to teach the new divers how to use it effectively, and maybe you just might learn something too. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And leave a question on the video, or comment what you would like to see next. I'm fully open to ideas. Anyway, folks, I'll see you on the battlefield. Okay, so this SG-8 Punisher. One of the worst weapons, one of the worst shotguns in the game if you don't know how to use it effectively. The weapon's description says, a powerful dual magazine pump action shotgun with limited armor penetration. Ideal for small and fast targets. With this weapon, you're going to want to use it basically as duck hunt. You're going to want to pick off small targets and make sure that they can't get back up to use their weapons, and maybe even stun a couple of them long enough for your team to finish them off. Now, this weapon has 16 rounds in the chamber, which means 16 rounds you can use to absolutely obliterate smaller targets with light armor penetration. However, there is one downside to this. If you use all the ammo, it takes an eternity to reload. Now, another thing. This weapon, pump action, which means it's slow firing compared to most weapons. It has a fire rate of 80 compared to the SG-97 sweepers fire rate of 150, or go even further and say the DBS-2 Double Freedom, which is a double barrel shotgun with a fire rate of 650. This weapon, not great, but it deals heavy damage to lighter targets. Comparing that to, say, the SG-20 Halt, which is part of the Truth Enforcers War bond. That one has less damage compared to the SG-8 Punisher. Or, let's take for example its cousin, the SG-8S Slugger, which fires slug rounds. While it's more accurate, it deals less damage, 330 compared to the SG-8 Punisher's 405.
Heavy, south, 50 meters.
This means that it's not ideal for dealing with larger enemies, like say for example a Vox engine or a cyborg on the bot front. However, what it is perfect for is those lightly armored enemies that can be shot with like a pistol. The P2 Peacemaker, that is. Now you see me doing this here, diving on top of a Vox engine in order to destroy it. While I did successfully do that, I would recommend at the very least pairing this weapon with a good squad, like I have here. Constantly calling in reinforcements if you decide to do that, so that way you can pick up your stuff and your loot after you die, inevitably. Now, onto these pairings. What I would recommend you pair with this weapon is the SG-8 Punisher, obviously, that's the first one, the P2 Peacemaker, and potentially some Thermite, part of the Democratic Detonation. This allows you to deal massive damage to the targets with 2,000 damage over time, with a big boom at the end once the Thermite takes effect on the enemy. Now, the stratagem loadouts you could typically do with this are anything Eagle, anything Orbital, although within reason don't use the 380 with a squad that doesn't know that you're running a 380. What I would recommend is Orbital Laser, an Eagle Cluster 500 kilogram bomb strike, and a anti-material rifle and a supply pack. That way you can complement your short range with a long range weapon. This means that once you get to a position where you can fire at an enemy from long range, you can shoot at them until they close the range, and then you can switch over to your shotgun, and in turn, your pistol. And then once they get close enough for grenade range, that's when you throw your thermites at the larger targets, so that way they can't get to you fast enough for you to get killed by them, get torn apart. Now, what I will say is this loadout is great if you know how to use it. Typically, from 200 yards on, I use the right tack. Up until about 100, I use my pistol to take out the larger enemy. Once they hit 50 yards, use the thermite, and once they hit 25, use the shotgun. The guns that you'll be using are made to match each other, so that way, if you do wind up dying, you don't have to worry about it. Because if you have a good squad, they'll be sure to help you. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another weapon. I'll see you later.